Hello and welcome, my name is John Valentine, and in this video I will be showing you how you can find freelance clients using Instagram. So of course finding clients is one of the most important parts of being a freelance artist and also the hardest part. So in this video I will show you some great techniques that you can utilize Instagram in order to find these clients. So as you can see on screen, this is the table of content. I'll be talking about all these topics. First I'm going to be talking about your profile credibility. Then I'm going to be talking about using your niche. Then some more specific details on actually finding clients. Then I'm going to talk more about what message to DM, and I'm going to give you a great example of a proposal or a cold message. And finally, I'm going to give you some tips and basically a summarization and a conclusion of this video. So if you want to skip to any of these parts, of course, feel free to look around on the right, but the best way to take in this information is, of course, to just sit back and watch it from the beginning. So I hope you enjoy the video, and thank you for joining me today. Let's get right into it. So the first topic of today will be your profile, and one of the main things that you want to keep in mind when creating your Instagram profile and managing it is that you want to appear credible. You don't want to look like a fake or a spammer or a scammer or just any kind of other account other than a credible business account. So make sure to have a professional picture and a logo. If you're a freelance artist, you should probably already have this anyway if you use it for whatever your website and your other social media profiles, but you want to have a consistent picture and logo. Then in the description you want to of course describe who you are and what your services provide. For example, I am a web service designer of 10 years, and that's it. You can have a small, fast, easy description, or just even bullet points. You can do web design, app design, graphic design, something like that. Just a short description of who you are as a freelance artist and what services you provide. Very important too. I've seen some people just write something like, I'm from Boston, Massachusetts. I'm 30 years old. I'm doing this and this. But most people and most clients don't really care about that much. They, that can be talked about when you actually talk to them or just have some friendly conversation. But in your description, you want to have a short and easy description of who you are and what you are doing and what you can provide. And what you also want to have, of course, is some content. You want to have pictures, videos, whatever, some kind of content on Instagram. And even better is, of course, as always, the more followers you have, the better. Even though this shouldn't matter, it does matter to some people and some businesses. They don't want to do business with someone who has 0 followers because for some reason that might look bad on them. Even though it's no reflection of your quality of work, sometimes it does show that if you have let's say like 800 followers, that a lot of people are actually following your work because they like it so much. And so the other company might think, okay, if these people are following this guy because whatever, because he's already has all these connections, or because he has actual fans and followers who literally just follow him for their, let's say, graphic design or motivational quotes or videos or whatever it is that you upload as a freelance artist. This can mean anything. Maybe you're a film person who has these little skits and stuff like that. So this, of course, just helps sell your credibility because it also shows that you're actually someone that people are interested in looking at. And if they like you, then they will probably do what you create for that business, which is just a win-win situation. And another good idea is that you can have testimonials. Of course, these are not needed if you have none yet, if you're just starting out and building your clients. But whenever you get a client, try to ask them for a testimonial. And a testimonial just means basically a small review or just a 1-sentence description of their services, such as fast, fun to work with, good communication, something like that. Just ask them for something you can quote them on. Some people might be uncomfortable with that and don't want to do it, and that's fine, but it never hurts to ask, especially after you completed their project. You can just be like, can I ask you for a testimonial, just a 1 sentence to your description of working with me. And a lot of people, more people than you might think, are ready to actually just give you that because it's really not that much of work. It's just 1 sentence of describing who you are as a person, and then you can just put that on a nice background as like a quote and just upload it as a picture, and that always comes over great. You can put that on your website and put it on your Instagram profile as well as just an upload, just as a post. And if people see that, then that always helps, because having good testimonials from other people is one of the most important parts when it comes to having a successful freelance business. And finally, of course, you want to of course have linked to websites and portfolio and your examples and projects. If you have a business Instagram profile, you can add links. So most of you will probably have some kind of website or some kind of portfolio. If you're a writer, if you're a graphic design artist, if you're a developer, whatever, some of the examples of the projects that you've done. And if you've never had paid work, you can just put in free work, just some things that you come up with. And if you don't have anything, then my pro tip would be to just create one to three projects and examples of what you offer. Obviously, you have to have some kind of examples of your work if you want to get business with whoever it is that you're hiring, because they want to see what kind of work you do and how it looks. So you can use that, and then of course upload that to Instagram as well. Just have them in your feed, and then it will look nice. You have a nice full feed, a lot of posts, some followers going, and all making it look like a good and credible profile that people actually want to interact with and work with. So that is a very important stage in finding clients, is first of all having a good profile. So let's move on to the second part. So another great tip would be to find your niche. Of course, if you are a freelance artist and you're looking for work, and you're still sort of a come-upper and you want to get a lot of work, then it's probably better to just take a lot of work that you just whatever work you can get. But whenever you find your niche, it can definitely help you in landing a lot of clients. It can help you understand that part of the business. For example, let's say you're a freelance writer. You do blog posts, copywriting, so on, in the finance sector. Well, then you know how to help that client better. If let's say there's a finance website that hires you to do daily articles or weekly articles, or copywriting, or just blog posts, they hire you to just run their complete blog. If you are well known in that niche, if you're very well known in finance, then it can help you first of all understand the business, and of course also put out the content that is relevant, because they want people who know what they're talking about. And also, once you get going, you can do what you enjoy doing. That's also of course a big part, but obviously that first part of getting those clients and knowing what you're doing is very important, and that can also help you become an expert in that niche. And at some point, word of mouth or whatever reputation will also get you sales. So let's say you work with a specific finance website. They hire you for 3 times to upload a blog post or something like that, just for 3 articles. Well, if you have a good work experience with them, and then you can move on to the next one and next one, and then let's say you find 3 finance websites that you did blog posts for. Well, you can take that experience and go on towards the next. Maybe you can find other finance websites and be like, look, I worked with these 3 guys, they're all happy, I know what I'm doing, and then you might even get testimonials or references from them. However, that can work, and then that will make the 4th finance website much more likely to hire you, because they know that you know what you're talking about, and they know that you've had a lot of experience in that field. If you just start out as a freelance writer and you've written 10 articles all on finance, and then somebody wants you to write an article about football, well, maybe they're not sure if you know what you're writing about. Of course, you can always tell them that you're a big fan of football and you know what you're talking about, and you might actually know what you're talking about. But if you have past experience and become an expert in a certain niche, that niche can sort of be your base, and it can become something that you can consistently find work in, and becoming an expert in a certain niche is very, very beneficial. So you definitely want to think about some of the things that you might be really good at, and you can just start off there. Let's say you're, like I said, you're really interested in football. Well, you can try to find, football blogs or websites, or even other social media accounts that revolve all around football, and you can talk to them and be like, look, I'm passionate about this topic and this and this and this. I'm an expert in this topic, and then you can use those strengths to your advantage. So becoming an expert in a specific niche is definitely a very good idea when it comes to trying to get sales. And like I said, once you sort of become established, your reputation can also get you a lot of sales, because people will know, oh, this guy, he writes for all the top finance websites. We have to hire this guy. He knows what he's doing, So that's basically how it works. Of course, that is on a grand scale, but understanding and niche very well and becoming an expert in that area is tremendously beneficial. So definitely consider doing that, and go through some of your strengths that you already have if you want to start building it and want to start somewhere and finding clients. So let's move on to specifically finding clients using Instagram. Of course, finding freelance clients can be done in all sorts of ways. You can use third-party websites like Fiverr and so on. You can use Craigslist. You can use word of mouth, cold email, and so on. But let's talk about Instagram, as I said in this video, on specifically finding clients. Well, let's go through the specific strategy. First of all, you can use hashtags. That allows you to start somewhere. You can use hashtags to find a certain area of expertise. Like I said in the previous video with niche, if you are well known in an area, or you don't even have to be well known, but you can use any kind of area that you want to start off with and then go from there. For example, as you can see on screen here, I wrote ice cream shops in Philadelphia. Let's say you want to write freelance write blog posts about new ice cream flavors or just general the ice cream scene in Philadelphia. Well, you can use hashtags such as Philadelphia ice cream shop, and so on. Ice cream shop. Go to geotags in Philadelphia and try to find local businesses. Preferably for local businesses are always preferred for freelance clients. Find local businesses that will have Instagram posts and videos and photos of the ice cream, and then you can go on and actually DM them and just send a cold message offering your services and building that connection. So that is the way that you can start somewhere using Instagram. Of course, then you want to go on their business profile. Most of them will have Instagram business profile. You can check their business, and you can even look if you can improve it. If you look at their website and think it's already perfect, they already have everybody hired, you might not think you can help in any way. That of course is going to be harder, but you can still send a modified proposal message where you don't offer specific services. But if you look at their website and you immediately think or know, or even after a little bit of research think you can improve it in any way, then that will be a great idea for you to DM them with your proposal and your cold message. For example, let's say you go on a Instagram account from ice cream shop in Philadelphia, and you go on their Instagram and they have an Instagram account, but their website is from 2008, or their website is horrible, or they don't even have a website, and you're a web designer. Well, that would be a perfect opportunity for you to DM them and be like, look, I saw your Instagram profile, it looks good, it looks great, I see you have no website, I can help with that. Of course, this is just summarized. I will be going into a specific example in the next video here, but basically thinking about how you can improve their business is definitely a great part of actually messaging people and finding that cold message, because like I said before, you can message them if you don't have a specific angle to play on. Just be like, look, if you ever need logos, this is how I can help. But having a specific way that you can actually improve a whatever certain website and so on actually is a great way to use that in order to attract clients in that sense. So moving on to actually creating a cold message DM, a proposal, whatever you want to call it. Basically the first point of contact between you and a business on Instagram. What you want to keep in mind is you want to be genuine but direct. You want to keep it short. And you want to introduce yourself but not too much. You want to just give a very, very short, brief introduction of who you are and what you can offer, and then basically create a small message, because nobody has a lot of time to read a paragraph. Say what you think they're missing, as I said in the previous video. If they do have something, if not, you can just have a sort of plain, straightforward proposal. But if you have something that you think you can improve, such as, I see you have no website, let me help you with that, that was of course even better. But just offer what you can provide in general, such as, I am a graphic designer. You don't want to mention a price right away. You can if you want, but you don't. Generally, it's probably a good idea not to mention a price right away, because that way you can just sort of gain that connection instantly, and then of course you can talk to them and review your prices in that sense. Because if you just message them and say, look, I'll make your website for $10, then it might look a little bit cheap and a little direct for people to want to do that, but not mentioning a price is a great strategy. But again, if it works for you, you can also mention a price to a certain extent. And at the end, you want to have a hook and of course a point of contact. So a hook would be a reason for them to respond, and the point of contact would just be how to contact you, such as my email is, or just message me back on here, and so on. And so these are just the general idea behind creating a cold message. Again, keep it short and concise and direct. Introduce who you are and say what you can offer, and then say how they can contact you. That's the main idea behind it. So I do have a proposal example right here, so let's move right into it. So as you can use screen, this would be a proposal example. Of course, this looks long and you can shorten it. This is just an overall example of a message, but you do want to have enough description for people to actually know what you want. So let's read it through here. Hello there, my name is John. I came across your business and see that you haven't created a website yet. If you're interested in wanting a customized website that will drive sales and increase customer engagement, I actually happen to be a web designer. Now you can stop there. This is just a longer version. You can stop there. I actually happen to be a web designer, and then you can say, feel free to reach back and let me know. That is a great design. I just added some more things that you can also add right here. For example, you can then add, I actually happen to be a web designer. I'm running a sale for local businesses this week, so if you're interested in talking about increasing your customer reach, feel free to message me back and let me know. Have a good day. Now this is a great point, especially when you talk to local businesses, because it makes them feel special. It makes a specific sale, and it of course course, creates a scarcity and puts a timeline on this, because they know that if they want to create a website right now would be a good idea because you are running a sale, and if they don't take that opportunity, it might cost them more in the future. Of course, this is just a marketing trick and that you can use, but if you read through it again, you want to definitely keep in mind of what you can create, and you want to sort of have these powerful words such as creating value and what you can actually do. As you can see in the second to last line here, if you're interested in talking about it, instead of saying if you're interested in talking about it more, let me know, you can say if you're interested in talking about increasing your customer reach. You want to be direct in what you can actually do, because that way you provide and show what your creation of the website and your service might actually result in for that business. So again, and also in the beginning, I came across your business, see that you haven't created a website yet. If you're interested in wanting a customized website that will drive sales and increase customer engagement, why would they want a customized website? Why would they want a website? Being more direct and providing exactly what value you have will be a good idea and would be a good point of sort of convincing them of what your services actually do. And, if you just stop it, if you're interested in wanting a customized website, let me know. That's not very convincing. It just, there's a lot of people who can do websites, but you're actually able to create a customized website that will drive sales and increase customer engagement. Well, they might actually want to know how, and you can have examples of your websites. You can say, oh, my UX design, my this and this and this, whatever it is that you do. You can just have these sort of powerful words that have that hook and then have that point of interest for them to actually want to purchase your services. So feel free to take a screenshot or copy this. So that's basically going to be it when it comes to finding freelance clients on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed this class and learned a lot. Just to summarize and conclude some final tips and tricks, basically, again, you want to have a credible and good profile. Fill it with a lot of stuff, your information, your description, who you are, what you do, your website, your portfolio, your links, and also fill it with content. Upload pictures, upload examples of your past projects, upload nicely done pictures of testimonials, reviews, quotes, whatever it is. Maybe you have a limited time sale. Use your Instagram profile to perfection and create a nice looking credible profile, and then you can use hashtags, geotags, whatever function in order to find businesses that you might be interested in working with, and then create a cold proposal DM and send it out. Of course, customize it with hello, whatever, a dear, whatever, however it is that you change it up, and you can go ahead and use that in order to message these businesses and try to, of course, get them as a client and close the sale, which is the whole point. So I hope you enjoyed this video and this really helped you. Feel free to go back and watch any section. If you want to take a screenshot of that proposal example, then go ahead. And if you have any questions, put them in the discussion section down below. Feel free to follow the channel, follow my YouTube channel as well. Right here on this channel, I'll be uploading one video a week for all of 2021 guaranteed. It's now the middle of March and I have not missed 1 week of uploading, so feel free to look back and look at all the big catalogs of videos that I'm uploading in all aspects of digital marketing, such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok business, networking, writing these DMs, and utilizing all sorts of social media and digital marketing in order to build your business and become a better marketing person with all these bits of information. So as I said, feel free to follow the channel, leave a good rating, and put any questions in the discussion below. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope to see you in the next class. Goodbye.